All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son. His name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's their proper names in the Paleo Hebrew, in the Lashwan Kodash, which is the Holy Tongue. Of course, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash, or HaKodash, meaning Bahashem, meaning in the name, Racha, spirit, Kodash is holy. All right, Ha means the. All right. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim out there on the highways and hedges, risking their lives and their freedom. You know, of course, showing their diligence to make their calling election sure. All right, doing the studio shows throughout the week. All right, not being a sluggard. All right, and not of course, hating laborious work. All right, I'm the brother Amapo from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp with another lesson here. This is just something real light and nothing real heavy, but you know, this all is important. Ain't nothing not light, you know, in this truth. All right, we're gonna speak on all matters. All right. Let's see. It says battle of the sexes. Female soldiers more robust than men. Norwegian study finds. All right. So first of all, quickly look into this word robust. All right, meaning strong and healthy and vigorous. All right. So they're saying that they're more strong, healthy, and vigorous. All right. Which is a pretty outrageous claim to say. All right. You know, women being the weaker vessel. Okay. You know, which is the point of this lesson. All right. You're not gonna have no woman going into battle fighting men and winning. Okay, that's not, you know, I mean, it can happen, but it's not something that is of high probability. Okay, you know, obviously the Lord controls everything, but a woman, she's the weaker vessel. First of all, she shouldn't even have anything to do with war and battle. She's supposed to be a keeper of the house. All right, you know, supposed to be tending to the children and all of that. Women have no reason to be out there on the battlefield. All right, you know, women, they could get raped. Okay, you know, and I mean, it's pretty evident. I mean, if you really go into it, you know, say like for example me, you know, being from a background of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and such. All right, Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I have went against, of course, you say other females, all right, and you know, they light work, all right, choked them, you know, arm locks and, you know, leg locks and all of that, you know, on them. You know, there's this one instance, this particular girl, she was of a higher belt rank than me, all right, which you know, with my whole lineage and such, you know, through the Gracies. All right, you know, not to say put any importance on it, but you know, just you know, the Gracies, you know, which they were Scottish. When they go down to it, they go for Scottish lineage, which going down to Judites. All right, Yahweh, you know, so-called Negroes, which they are Israelites. All right, and they're really tough. All right, you know, they of course, the Gracies took the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. All right, made the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All right, modified it, you know, using, of course, leverage. All right, instead of strength and all of that, you know, because it was originally regular Jiu-Jitsu. You have to have a lot of strength to do the techniques. With the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, especially the Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you incorporate the leverage in order to beat a bigger, faster, stronger person. All right, and it's a strategy. All right, you know, but anyway. You know, with me, you know, not even being a sport competitor, all right, but, you know, I did, of course, you know, roll or go against different competitors and such, and, You know, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is amazing. But anyway, the point of this is that, you know, I went against stupid girls. All right, silly. They're silly. You know, being on the mat and such. And it's just like you basically, like, it's just a game. All right, you know, they don't take things serious. All right, when they're on the mat, and they kind of want they want you to not take them like go hard on them, because they say, oh, I'm a female. You know, and you, when you beat them, then they say that, like, you know, they don't, you know, they just credit that it's because you're a man and all of that. But then again, you know, if they win, you know, they try to hold that as their glory, you know, because that's how this system is. You know, women want to, you know, women, the new thing in the earth, you know, women usurping a man and all of that, you know. It's ridiculous, you know. But women, they have no rights to be on the battlefield at all. They shouldn't even be on there. All right. They the weaker vessel. One, and like I was saying, this account particularly that I'm thinking about. You know, I submitted this girl a couple times. When I first submitted her being of a higher belt rank, you know, she ended up getting pissed off. And she ended up pushing me and like try like push me and like I just like laughed and shit and just kept rolling, you know, like after it's done. But you know, I think I don't know, like I think I probably like submitted her again, or she had sat or something like that. And another funny thing is that this this particular instance, well, this dude, he looked like a Moabite. Her man, he looked like a Moabite. This back when I was in the world and such, you know. But anyway, freaking, you know, he didn't want no parts with me, like, which is weird, you know, like. But you know, it's you know, with battle, you got fear, all right, and it's a lot that goes into battle, and you know, having a woman on a battlefield just is stupid, all right, you know, it's just stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna get in this article, all right. So battle sex is female soldier more robust, meaning healthier or stronger. Right, than men. All right, Norwegian study finds. It says far from being the weaker sex, which this is a lie. All right, they are the weaker sex. All right, because the scriptures, you know, it clearly says, and I got the blue letter, but I got my wee notes here, so I'm just gonna get the precepts so I can, you know, get speed through the lesson. You know, so it says in 1 Peter 3:7, it says, likewise ye husbands dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Okay, so the woman is the weaker vessel. Okay, you know, she was not created for battle. She was not created to be above men. Okay, really, you know. It's only because, you know, when you say the serpent, of course, came to Eve, you know, which that's the so-called white man with, well, at the time he had his melanin, all right. You know, he came, of course, with another philosophy, and then, of course, Eve ate it up, and then she, you know, brought it to Adam, all right. And then, you know, of course, you know, you got sin, all right. You know, through her, we all die because of women, you know, and she's the weaker vessel. That's why, you know, the serpent, which was another man, all right, he came to, of course, Eve. You could read that account in Genesis, all right. Just go into, what's that, the earlier chapters and such. Probably, I think that's the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to go to the word for weaker, all right. Got a Greek word right here, and it's esthenos, and it says weak, infirm, feeble. All right, feeble. You know, and anybody who do any type of combat, you know, like say like with me, like I was saying, being from a, you know, the lineage of me, and you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, whatever. You know, back, in it. You know, you will know who's weak, and you know, you being a warrior. You could sense who's weak and feeble, and you definitely know that's a woman. All right. It says so. Feeble meaning lacking physical strength, especially as a result of age or illness. All right. But women, they have been created weaker than men. Okay, so that's it. The scriptures. That's it. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that really itself cuts all of this. All right. So anyway, let me see. Back to it. So it says far. So they saying far from the weaker sex, which is bullshit. All right. A new study has found that female soldiers can withstand demanding exercise just as well, if not better than men. And this is bullshit. You got to be giving these women some type of performance enhancing drugs. You have a lot of these, like, you get into these strongman competitions, and you go into freaking these sports and stuff. A lot of these women that you see that's performing abnormally, it's because they are on drugs. All right, it's pretty clear. All right, I can show you a particular female. Let me see. I'll show you real quick. Let me get one moment. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna show you a particular female. For example, and actually with, saying combat, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Her name is Gabby Garcia. All right. She's been caught on different steroids and all of that. She from the tribe of Asher. All right. You could see her right here. Let me see. I'm gonna show you. See, I'm gonna click this real quick. All right, so you got Gabby Garcia. All right. All right, and I'm just gonna skip and show you Gabby Garcia real quick. All right, she was doing MMA, mixed martial arts. All right, but she's a Brazilian sport jiu-jitsu champion, black belt. All right, in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. That's her. She's huge. All right, and you could tell it's a huge difference between her and a normal woman. All right. And you can also look into that fighter right here, Chris Cyborg. She's on drugs, all right, as well. Been caught with steroids and all of that. So just go into it. So you could see her. I mean, I can maybe look and show you some of the. Let's see. She probably did like a key lock Americana. Yeah, on the ground. Yeah, you just grab the arm, go under. Key lock. That's it. And I'm out. That's it. Just a joint lock, shoulder lock. All right. So she just beat the girl. Obviously she does use a lot of strength, but she has a lot of technique. All right. Another girl I'm gonna show you is and that's not even I can show you like the images and stuff. Like if you just look up images of Gabby Garcia, you'll clearly see that she's on roids. That the video itself don't even serve it that much justice. So I'm gonna show you Chris Cyborg. All right, and you got Holly Holm. All right, Holly Holm was a former boxer. All right. And this actual lesson is going in a whole nother direction. I didn't even think I would bring this out, but I just spirit goes where it goes. Yeah, I'm just muted, but yeah, you see this she's be another Asherite, I believe. Tribe of Asher. All right, so-called you say like Brazilians, are part of that tribe. All right, and let me see. I'm gonna click around, and Let me see. I may just skip around a bit, cause this ain't really showing. But you could see that, you know, there's a clear difference between her and, like, you know, feminine look, you know, and like her, you know, like, which Holly Holm, you know, she, even though she, you know, she's a bit athletic, you know, they both athletic, but you know, you can see it's a clear difference between, you know, the both of them, you know, and you know, that's basically it. And you could just, I mean, you just look at the female MMA fighters, you could tell who juicing and who not. But you know, in the army, of course, you know, they be giving them all different type of things. All right, but that's basically it with that. So anyway, I'm gonna go. You know, let's you know, go back to you know, to the actual lesson. Well, this part of the lesson, but you know what actually was going into. So because like I said, I didn't think I was gonna go to MMA, and you know, Alvarez, I just put like images possibly in the you know, in the video, in the post production, if anything. All right. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep going back to this, right? So it says the research found that women were better equipped to endure extreme stress. And that's bullshit, you know. Women bug out as soon as they're under a stress, all right? You know, yeah, they may be some strong-willed women, but they'll break quicker than a man, all right? You know, especially when all hell break loose, you know. You women gonna fucking cave, all right? Simple as that, you know, in a second, you know. Danger, she looking for a man, all right? And those women that want to be all tough, you gonna see how tough they gonna be. They gonna remember that they women, you know. Even the men that think they're strong, they're gonna be humbled. They're gonna be girding their loins and such. You know, these are all precepts I'm kind of quoting as I'm going on and such. But you know, it says the number of women serving in Norway's military has continually risen since mandatory conscription for women was introduced in 2015. So let me see. I might look into this term because I don't know it. All right. Yeah, enlistment. All right. So they allowed to enlist into the army in Norway. Women. All right. Women were never used to be allowed to do this shit, and then you know, cause America started. I mean, I'm not sure if they started it, but you know, I mean, you could go into it, but I ain't going into it right now. But you know, women, you know, they ain't supposed to have no point in war, but you know, everybody do what America do anyway, you know. But anyway, however, surprisingly, little research exists on how men and women cope with the rigors of being a soldier, you know, being in battle and such, you know. So they saying that there isn't that much research. There's a lot of research. People have been going to war for you know, thousands of years, you know, centuries and all of that, you know. So that's bullshit. All right. It says studies have shown that there's a major difference between in how soldiers react to tremendous strain and they endure during war and military operations. Loss of muscle mass, reduced physical performance, and hormonal changes are all common reactions. And that's, you know, of course, that's gonna happen to men and women, but more so the woman. All right, especially, you know, her being dominantly having, you know, estrogen. You know, they, like I said, they trying to pump these women up with the different tests, pro hormones and steroids and stuff to, you know, change the natural flow of women, you know, and they put in the foods and all that, you know. They try to make super soldiers, you know. So anyway, it says now the study from the Norwegian Defense Research Establishment has attempted to see how different sexes cope with military life. All right, now I'm going to just hit some precepts. This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. All right, and they think it's good for a woman to be enlisted in the army. They think it's good for, you know, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, who is in rulership, all right, all over the world, all right, you know, they got, of course, dominion over the whole world, all right. Job 9:24, earth given on the hand of wicked, all right, they're the wicked, all right, and you know, they call evil good, all right, and good evil, all right. You know, they think that, you know, they'll say to me that I'm crazy for saying that women can't go to war. You know, they be like, oh, we could use them. You know, that's how much this devil is a fucking, you know, is a liar, all right, you know, which is a deceiver, all right. It says that put darkness for light and light for darkness. All right, which is, you know, they twist everything around. All right, and they pervert. It's corrupt. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And it's just the so-called white man. He is the exact contrary from the law, statutes, commandments. All right. So I'm gonna get this one too. This is Psalm 62:9 says, "Surely men of low degree are vanity," meaning worthless, and the so-called white man is the basis of men. All right. He's a devil. All right. You can read that. In the scriptures. I believe I'm thinking one in Daniel's, but yeah, they're basis of men. All right. I believe you can get that in Job as well. All right. It says, and men of high degree are a lie. All right. So your men that's all up in the fucking, your top generals, they bullshit. All right, really, because first of all, Yahweh Shem Yahshai gives the promotion anyway. All right. It says to be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity, so worthless. All right. So the men of low degree of vanity and the men of high degree are a lie. All right. So you have your fucking low level, your soldiers. All right. And your high level, ones, of course. They all lie. All right. Simple as that. They all worthless. Okay. When you go down into it. Okay. This is Job 7:17. It says, "What is man that thou shouldest magnify him?" All right. And like, because men, they're not, but right, we just flesh. All right. Of course we have our soul, of course, as well. Us being the Israelites, of the hopeful elect, we understand the scripture, all right, and what it's actually talking about. But, we know that, compared to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, we're just, we're lesser powers, all right, for us. We are gods, we just lesser powers, all right. Read that in the scriptures, but, man, he's a man, all right. Right now, we mortal, we can die, all right. It says that thou should magnify him. All right. It says, and that thou shouldest set thine heart upon him. All right. And a lot of these people, they trust in the military, which is retarded. All right. Trusting in chariots and all that. And soon y'all gonna see everything get brought low, and this this destruction come, because all your military is gonna get destroyed. All right. But anyway, you could read the rest of the article on your own. This is going to talk about some stupidness with talking about women, men burn muscle mass while women only shed fat. Women don't even fucking do the amount of strenuous things that men can do. All right. Just go to the gym and go and see what women are doing. All right. Most women, they playing around with little 5-pound weights, 1-pound weights, doing Pilates. All right. You got men, hitting heavy weights and all of that. And that's just off of their natural genetics. Okay. Women is genetically weaker than men. All right. Spiritually too. All right. Well, women, they feminine, so they don't have faith. All right. And that's Job 39 and 17. She been, deprived of wisdom and understanding. All right. So, fuck all this bullshit that's going on. Battle of sexes. Female soldiers more robust than men. That's bullshit. All right. Soon y'all gonna see when y'all, you put these women out there, you gonna see more and more, especially for this third world war. What's gonna happen. All right. There's gonna be a lot of rape and slaughter. All right. It's gonna be by common everyday Jake, meaning Israelites. The Israelites are the Negro, Latino, Native Americans. All right, the Lord's chosen people. All right, just look at the police force. They got to call in. They want to call in men. You got 2 women in a police car. They got to call in backup instantly. One Jake. All right, but and this maybe inspire less than me going to a little bit spiritual powers and all that, and going into like our the mighty men of King David and stuff. So. That's Malak Dawadah. All right. But I'll get into that, Lord Abaratazah. Anyway, this is it. I hit the points, scriptures. All right. 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel. Okay. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. All right. And that's basically it. The point, though, being she's the weaker vessel. And that's it. All right. With that, I'm going to say, call Allah, Imla, Yahweh, Bashim, Yashai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to those and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all sincere Akim that are out there putting their lives on the line to do this work. All right. First of all, the Lord also, his flock is men. All right. He only, he dealing with men. Okay. That's basically it. Ezekiel 34:31, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, said the Lord Yahweh. All right. And we know that the Lord is a man of war. So, being the Lord, the man of war, it only makes sense. All right. The Exodus 15 and 3, it says Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. All right. I mean, he exists. All right. So if him being a man of war, and his flock, his pasture is men, what is it more? What is man to say that he, really has any type of fucking knowledge, beyond the Most High? All right, that's just fucking bullshit. All right, and Job goes hard on this stuff, but I'm gonna leave it from some extra lessons and stuff. But with that, I'm gonna say shalom.